So we have to land to the right of that. It's not like smack in the centre. It's just like the way you approach the airport. It's slightly sort of offset to the left.
Be right back. I just gotta restart.
Yeah.
Makes me want to load up some other livery so I can see it.
Or where the landslide is, and it looked really bizarre. So I chose that as the area to modify, and so I fixed the bugs. There was a couple of bugs at the end of the reservoir, and I've changed them. Other than that, I haven't really done much. I've added a couple of little airfields. They were supposed to have ICAO codes, but for whatever reason, the game just doesn't like them.
Maybe there's another one.
But no, I checked that. Yeah.
So we're taking off.
What? Well, yeah, I reloaded the aircraft for it. Like, if I touch the brakes, it just jumps forward slightly.
Right. Reload the center.
Yeah, bear with me. Fine, why is that? That's no, I don't. My apologies, folks. Oh my god! Do you know what it was?
Figure it out.
Do you know what it is?
Alright, let's roll.
What? I'm on the runway. I'm powering up. Let's get the hell out of here.
Copy that, rolling.
Rolling.
Huge queue of Cessnas behind me. Rolling.
Wish I was rolling. That's actually pretty awesome seeing this.
Some of you guys don't recognize the center line.
The crowded runway, okay.
Holy crap, it doesn't want to fly.
No, it
Don't
doesn't.
follow me, I don't know where we're going, so.
Northeast, follow that red surveillance plane.
Should I circle around and join the group?
Yeah. We're gonna take a nice scenic. I'm already down 1% of fuel. Use 10 kilos just taking off. Oh wow, that's impressive. Wow, I've never seen so many caravans in one place. Holy crap. That looks awesome. That looks awesome. So we're gonna fly over the Tarbella Dam, which is this is the River Indus. It's got one of the highest rates of water flow in the world, higher than the Amazon, higher than the Nile. And there's this huge painting that they've done at the bottom of the dam. It's just like a huge slogan, and it's translated really good into the game, just from the satellite data, because it's that big. So we'll fly over the top of that. I'm going to probably sit at about 2,100 feet, 2,200 feet, somewhere around there.
Airspeed?
Oh, depending what am I at right now, 140, 130.
If you look at your gauge, you want the sweet spot is the red.
Yeah. So I normally back the RPM down to 1,700.
1,700 what?
RPM, prop RPM. If you've got the ability to do that, and then you can. The you can throttle right back to about sort of 50% once you're up to speed. For whatever reason, I'm still climbing. Awesome. Oh yes, that's beautiful. Yeah. How many people have we got? I can't even count. I can't even count with the amount of tags there are. But if you look where I'm overflying now, they've painted this. I think it's out of the Quran. I'm not sure. It's quite nice. But it's the world's largest earth-backed dam as well.
Oh, it's beautiful. So they need hopes and prayers to keep it up.
Yeah.
Thoughts, prayers?
Probably. Holds back one of the most voluminous flow rivers in the world.
It's pretty cool right here.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I thought it was brilliant. Oh yeah, wonderful. Look at that. So I really hope we got enough fuel for this and that I calculated this correctly.
Water naming.
It's so cool to look at all these people behind.
Yeah.
It's like a swarm of birds back here.
We're on a humanitarian. This is the first time the bush rats have done a humanitarian mission.
Probably be the last time too. Not from your flight, just because who wants bush rats around?
Yep.
What? I must be too low. Everybody else looks like you're higher up than I am.
700.
I'm at 2,800 feet for whatever reason. My plane's just decided to climb.
Yeah, I'm just
gonna,
21. Well,
Pitch
I'm way
power
older than
travel.
that, but the plane's at 21.
I don't want to be at 10,000 feet. Why is it trying? Because I'm clicking the wrong button. That's why.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's just trying to dive me into the ground. It just slams the trim down. Okay, so the autopilot's failed in my aircraft. I'm flying all the way.
Are we just following the river?
For the time being, we are. Yeah, there's a couple of forks in it. There's a couple of so this is the reservoir end of the river. It only gets narrower from here, and the landings get significantly trickier. There's like there's a really nice approach to our first stop, first fuel stop airfield, because you end up going right over a big town, and the airfield's the lowest point. So you have to come in quite low over the town. But after that, after we put some more fuel in, then we can stop and land in other places if need be.
Actually,
Do you not?
I see Mojo Mike.
Yeah, he's right in front of Mojo. Do you
Oh,
see
wow.
Czech Filipino?
Nope.
I'm just
Oh,
looking.
yeah. He's right by Bab.
Damn, the shadows on the river are so cool.
Yeah.
Well, they're kind of weird for me. But I love the scenery with this one. It's a bit different. It's a bit less green, but there is trees and vegetation, and you can see the tiered farming. And
Yeah, it's
I
really
think
beautiful around here.
I think it looks real nice.
Yeah. Never been.
Can you open the windows or doors?
Not in the stock aircraft. I don't think any of them do.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to be as gentle as I possibly can on my fuel load. Trying to get it to sip fuel. What's my fuel burn like?
Down to 13%.
I'm at 157 pounds a side, and my fuel burn is 355 pounds per hour. But I did the fuel load deliberately to make it even more of a challenge.
Well, so far I'm GFL.
Yeah.
Fine. I just think it's hilarious. It's like this massive quantity of labels.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a blob.
I think North Coaster, you're the only one I can see in the upper left of my screen. Everybody else is just a massive.
And I'm just a little bit behind the main group. I've got Freach off to my right.
Are there any mods for the labels? Because the dark background is way too big.
There is some mods for them. Yeah, they're in one of the channels. I can't remember the name of it.
Other mods channel, I guess.
Yeah, you can buy the hotkey to it and turn them on or off. I cannot remember the name of it.
I can't remember either.
Mod UI.
Mod UI.
Mod UI.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. This is a really good one. I'm really happy with the amount of people that showed up as well. Thanks very much, guys, for coming along.
Thank you.
Yeah, real nice group.
And indulging my ridiculous fantasy. Just a quick side note. If anybody wants to organise themselves a trip, we are totally open to that. That's the whole reason we started this. If you've got an idea for a trip and you want to plan your own one out, message me or North Coast or Big Lanky with your plan, and we'll put it into a date. You can make your own plan and we'll fly it, and then you become the flight leader for that day. Like, the whole idea is, if you can, like, I think that's brilliant. Like, there's a whole bunch of people have done that now.
You can also message me.
Did everybody see those weird shaped mountains? Or is that just my sim?
There is still a bug that hasn't been corrected yet, which won't
Big
be corrected until
blocks
next week.
sticking out of the mountain.
Oh, that's the building gen.
Yeah,
That's I had to correct so many of them on this flight. You would not believe. I didn't realise how bad the problem was.
This is a highly urban area.
It is.
There's no mountain area. I think that's what we need.
£145 of fuel aside. I've got my fuel for about 40 minutes-ish of flight.
You know where we're going?
Oh, I know where we're going.
They're 13 minutes away.
No, not really.
14 minutes.
Longer?
Slightly more than 4. Well, to be honest, off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you how far away it is. But it's not yet anyway.
Nice.
The idea was to make it just a little bit more difficult for everybody.
The first time I've flown the Caravan, it flies nice.
It's kind of a docile aircraft, especially at full load. Doesn't really want to go anywhere. It's not. Well, once you take the weight out, you'll see how responsive the thing is. It's quite a lot more of a bush plane once you're taking the weight out.
It feels like the Waco.
Yeah.
Canada bush planes are made so you put the weight in, just heads up, including the two weights.
Yeah, I'd like a Quest Kodiak now in this game. I've been looking at that recently.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
You're flying the 208 and
And I'll like,
go for it.
I think the Kodiak kind of like looks like the Caravan. They look
It
like,
does, yeah.
yeah,
It's shorter.
they're pretty similar. Mm. A bit more bushy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
What gun?
Oh, I was just gonna say that if you're not flying 1,000 feet in the bush, probably not flying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
well,
not.
I'm pretty sure I have this aircraft like really, really nicely trimmed at this point. This is the best trimmed I've ever had an aircraft in this game. I'm only having to put tiny little inputs in to actually manoeuvre.
Yeah, that's what I found flying this thing around last night, is that under full load with these fuel conditions, it actually doesn't really need much trim. It's pretty neutral.
Yeah, it does a really good job.
And what percentage do you have the trim?
3%.
0.
Yeah, me too. Neutral.
3% up. I'm going to climb a tiny bit then.
What you doing, Rocky?
No, I'm really curious about the landing spot.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be tasty. It doesn't look very good, but that's the point. It's supposed to be just it was a quick airstrip that I fired up. I flattened it a little, and I don't want to spoil it too much, but
Are we there yet?
nope. But I love the building generation around here. It looks really good for the most part, apart from those weird giant office buildings it looks on the side of mountains.
It just can't clip.
Say again?
It won't clip. It's like the side. It's like as if they built a retaining wall that was perfectly high.
Yeah,
Well,
12%.
Yeah, I got 11%.
Where are you guys seeing the percentage?
I'm in third person view, so you can see if you go into third person by pressing end, it gives you the
You don't get that in VR.
that's hilarious.
yeah. So if you didn't read the notam that I placed about this airfield, there is a electricity pylon right where you want to set down, so you have to land to the right hand side of it.
That road. Holy crap.
Yes, it's really cool. I love the scenery. There's a path going up.
Are we gonna straight land?
Oh, yep. There's a path down here. Like, it'd be nice if people didn't crash into each other while landing.
What? That's crazy.
Let's go try that.
So
Can't guarantee.
I am going too fast for this landing already.
Do we all have to clear out?
Right.
1 mile
Go around.
final.
Yeah,
I gotta
it's
go
a tight landing spot.
Too high.
Okay.
Too high.
Coming in for a landing, or That's I'm going to say it again, that's an impressive amount of caravans. Okay, is everyone fueled up and removed a couple of passengers?
Which way are we headed?
We're heading, we're taking off towards the west and we're heading northwest. 42 knots, that's not fast enough. I did test this a couple of times, so I know it can be done. But it's a bit of a,
How much flaps?
Uh,
I'm using just one notch. It's
a takeoff setting. Just take off and landing.
It can be done.
It's a pucker.
Yeah, it is carrier takeoff. And then there's a bit of sink when you get rid of the flaps.
If a 747 can take off, you can take off.
You're not going to be able to land at the next one though, I promise.
Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to.
Good, yeah. Flight following.
Caution 747, brake turbulence.
Terrain, pull up, pull up. We're going left or right here? Where's Baptiste? He's going right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I am going right. At least I hope I'm going. Yeah, I'm going the right way. Yep. Northern Pakistan. If we get once we're in the mountains here, part of the Silk Road is where we're going to be going. I started doing my research for the trip, and I was like, "That's a perfect idea. That's a perfect place." There's a building just in front of us. That's one of the CIA secret headquarters for rendition flights.
Is that the grey one on the left?
Yeah, we might have left.
It's the new Guantanamo Bay. I've done that countless times, and I think it's not on my weather when it is, and they get quite horrendously. I imagine the wind speeds down these valleys can pick up quite substantially from time to time.
I'm gonna try water.
Oh, there's a field, yeah.
So this is the town we are landing at, fellas. Sorry, I was on mute there for most of the time.
Alright, chop and drop.
Yeah. I will try and set it down on the landing strip. I'm going to try and turn around for this. It's quite a tight spot to land in.
Holy smokes. Right 360.
Let's get some.
Kuja, what's your plane right now?
It's fine.
I have 22 now.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make this landing.
No clue where you guys
The
are.
landed area is directly below Stilly now.
It's just in this little village, right?
Yeah, I'll show you where the landing spot is, because I'm going to circle around and land at it. You see where the shipping containers are on top of the hill, on the higher section.
Yeah. Oh, back behind it. Okay.
Yeah, it's directly beneath me and behind me now.
nailed that one and completely missed the first one.
Oh, nice.
First one's too easy.
Yeah, Vert, we do. It just makes it easier for you to see where we are on the world map. Confident.
This guy standing in front of the containers is pretty...
Yes!
Oh, someone went down.
Oh, free shot now, free jet building.
Oh.
Think of the people we're going to have to send in more flights. Who wants to go back and pick up a new set of notes? We're going to be taking off and heading north. The river's going to follow around to a town called Chilas. I apologise if I'm butchering any of these pronunciations, which I probably am.
Found ya. I see a whole pile of names. I'm trying to get there.
Nice.
I can load up an F-15
Oh yeah, I see
to
it.
find you.
Yeah, I see it, Wheels. 12,000 feet. Yeah, no, that's cool. We'll hang around for you, and then we'll... Does anybody appreciate my really dreadful scenery creation down here where I created the landslide and buried the town underwater? It's really good. I'm going to have to do that now. Bit more responsive now. It's got not as much weight in it. I mean, not a perfect amount.
We're bringing both set up.
Yeah, but that tends to be what it does. I'm actually in the air now though, so if you want to try and respawn.
Yep.
I wish I could count how many people are actually on here with us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
There's me and then one behind me too. If you count those.
Yeah, I carried you, but not the one behind you. So there's 20 people. 20. This is
That's
epic.
awesome. Yeah. Nice job.
I really want to rename. So when you plug it in, it shows up as a USB joystick device, but with its own name and not just Arduino. But you've got to pay for an. You've got to pay. You can do it, but you've got to pay for a USB license to do it legally.
Really, you know, an iPod charger really is something else. You know.
Yes, that's the idea.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's also I can see.
But again, how do you enforce that locally? You can't.
I posted that lunchbox that I made to like a couple different places. Everywhere that I mentioned in the start, and anybody who I started to like hello.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, how can I actually do that?
Yeah, I've done that because I want to do the same thing. It's a bit of an yeah. You can just have it come up as an Arduino. Normally, fine. You can change the name of the device separately.
At friend Big Lanky 34. Once you're friend with somebody, you can actually see their icon on the world map.
Yeah.
It's super easy.
Are we taking off?
Alright, I'm taking off. We heading east this time.
What's your, oh there it is, okay, got it. Alright, so now if you go to the world map, go to that general area, like on that side of the world, and you should be able to see It'll be a green circle with a plane in it.
It doesn't say I have a friend yet.
Yeah, it might take.
So I hope you guys are ready for some more epic looking scenery. Have we got a suitable mountaintop landing site?
I see one.
There's actually one behind us. I'm gonna check it out real quick.
This one's reasonable right here.
Who's that?
Cujo.
The guy flying the airliner said it's reasonable, so we should have no problem.
I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah, but it's 50 miles away.
On one.
Well, it takes him. Oh yeah, Jared's got one.
Stephen King
Doesn't look
about like a death dog named Cujo.
Get it, beaver
And then he released the book and admitted publicly he did not remember writing it. He was so high the entire time.
Where are we headed?
Every time I hear the name Cujo, I remember about that time when the dick was so fucking high.
We landed up here?
Alright. There's like really good
Oh, it's Jared got that one right now.
Where are we landing?
It's wonderful bit of green
Yeah, we're
beneath
visiting Jared.
by the river. Looks amazing.
I couldn't see my caravan.
Why do I
Are we landing down by the river?
No, we're landing on the hillside by Jared.
Which one's Jared?
Jared or Jerry, Beaver,
Okay.
Mojo Mike, Black Man, Bebop.
Yeah, a little high. Airliners are too safe.
Oh yeah, this is my first flight with the actual fly.
Oh, nice. Have you been using your flaps?
Oh
that
yeah,
you made,
I've
or-
been using that thing constantly. That go flight flaps and like all that shit. I love that. It's so fucking nice. It's like it's a game changer for me, but it makes me so bummed out that they don't have like just a DX input plugin, so I can't use it for everything. I just like the only thing I can use it for is flight sim.
There's a lot of caravans on this hill.
What altitude is that hill?
It's 5.5. Yeah, 5,500 something.
Alright, I gotta drop down altitude.
Okay. I'm gonna crash. I apologize, people.
The spine further up is there.
It's not a good crash if you don't
Can't get up there. Oh, aviation joined us that way.
going down.
What if you were an airliner flying over and you just saw these people out here in the middle of nowhere?
Because I've got to get something sorted out.
I told you no like 10 times.
Come on, I'll land already. Okay, yeah, that was a dreadful landing. Okay.
It's kind of nice that I'm familiar enough with
I'll
the
be back in a
X-Cup
moment.
now that it's kind of nice that I'm familiar enough with the X-Cup now that like without having any of the instruments, like without having like my actual panel visible, because I just didn't bother to turn on the lower monitor, I still know how fast I'm going. Kind of generally, like I can hear the motor and I know the control
a lot of places like that in Africa. There is a massive desert there. There's also a lot of green as well. I'm trying to move my chair up a tiny bit. Slump down a tiny bit. Let's go down there, have a look down there. See, there's one coming up now. Just a huge area of green. It looks brilliant. Straight out, I've got. Never been this far up the valley, don't know what to expect. There is another airport, OPGT, which looks like a larger one. Probably just head towards that. Yeah.
That whole thing that caused that kerfuffle with Reddit and whatever.
Yeah.
I got confirmation from CIG that it is griefing.
Nice.
So he's not even right.
I don't know. He's had one of his simps, like a reply to all the messages I put. Greenleaf in the Discord with us? That Max is. That's still close. It's a good one. Oh, too much power.
Too much power.
Yeah, I'm sitting like 10 knots under the red line and I don't. Now that'd be putting a mod for 10 million horsepower in this. Unlimited power. I need to try that once. Put 15,000 horsepower in the caravan. See if I can go straight up. That is impressive work to keep the A320 at the same speed as us. Oh no, so you're doing 150 knots.
Oh, works.
Yeah. Formation flying with 4 caravans and an A320.
That's what they do at their shows.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a quick screenshot of this. There we go. I've got to say, the terrain looks better on my second monitor through OBS than it does on my main screen. I must have the colours washed out or something on this monitor. Dude, that looks amazing. Oh, we got the random green and another large town coming.
Someone is inverted right now.
That's a common occurrence. Jared, yep, nice. TBM. Oh no, holy shit, it's a caravan. Wow.
It's confirming inversion.
It just looked like a TBM when I looked at it, because it's just, you know, the wings on the bottom. The airport's just coming up. Yeah, I think we should. Oh, there's a 7-4 now as well.
Can you do 150 knots with a 747?
I can keep it 150 knots. You should be able to.
Oh,
yeah, 747 can sit at 150, full flaps. As long as you take the weight out of it, you'll be alright.
Just A320, I am doing full flaps, like 78% throttle.
Right, where's this airport? Allegedly right on top of it. This is a really cool little area, I like this. Google it and find out what the town's called. Right, there's the airport. That might not be suitable for a large civil airliner. Maybe. Oh, there's more. I'm gonna go check that. I'll do it. More hillside graffiti over here, chaps.
Defenders of North, it says.
Defenders of North, NA Scouts. Nice. That's cool.
Oh, there is more on the hill on the right, I think. Or is that the graffiti or not? Yeah, it says welcome something. Here in front of my jet, it's quite a big graffiti actually.
I put the flaps down way too early, then it would have torn them clean off the side of the aircraft. Too much float. I mean, I landed 3/4 of the way down the runway, but...
Across the mountains was pretty nuts.
Yeah. Look at that. How many games you get that level? Yes, hello sir.
So you wanted ideas for flights. I was thinking if there would be anything interesting to see around Chernobyl and Pripyat.
Oh, that'd be
I've
cool.
looked at that. There isn't like
A missionary bush pilot flies through Papua New Guinea in this aircraft.
I think I've never actually watched the video, but I've seen the videos on YouTube. I've seen his channel on YouTube. I'll have to click through that. Well, if anybody wants to plan their own flight, don't hesitate to do it. Just send either me, North Coast, or Big Lanky the details. And once you've got a plan formulated, you'll get a Discord tag as a tour operator, and that all of the other people it's just a separate channel for all the people who've previously organised flights. And whoever has already previously, we haven't got to the point where we've got so many backlogged that we need to do this yet, but the whole idea is if people are, supplying flights more than once a week, then all the people who previously suggested a flight, or planned a flight, will vote on which one goes next. So if you've got any ideas and you fancy planning the trip out, you fancy planning a nice area, then don't hesitate. More welcome to. We've got, off the top of my head, I think there's 3 trips planned that I think have been through all the planning. There's a couple that are in the basic beginning stages of being planned as well. So there's definitely another BC trip from WAFA, TSMC. So they're making them for every company on the planet at the moment, and they just can't keep up.
It's because NVIDIA switched to them and trying to dig over AMD and then wound up digging over themselves. So I don't understand it.
Time for a landing. Avoid the bushes. I think that might be it for the bush flying for me.
Yeah, that was great. Thanks for organising it.
Yeah, no.